the years, I think it's fair to say that Halloween has evolved somewhat, right? Becoming equally eerie and also elegant. And my first guest today is helping us embrace both, sharing ways to create an enchanted setting for any Halloween event with dramatic, textured blooms or florals. Brynn Larsen is here to share her haunted floral finds. I feel like this topic in this season just taps into everything wonderful about your talent and passion.
Thank you.
Right?
I love Halloween so much.
When I say you're a dark girl, that's a compliment. You're moody.
I take it. I take it. I like it. Yeah. I like a little edge, a little spooky something. So it's really fun to lean into the season with florals.
And do you at home even just lean in?
I usually do, but I haven't this year.
Too busy.
So I might have to hang this when I go home.
Too busy, and you've been busy for us, and this is amazing. Can we start with this?
Yeah, we can start with the wreath.
Tell us what you've done.
So this is so simple. You can do it at home. I wanted something that you could create at home that's super easy. I just used a wood base, so just any wreath form that you can get at like Hobby Lobby or online.
Okay.
And tinted eucalyptus. So this is just sprayed black eucalyptus leaves.
You sprayed it.
Sprayed it black.
Okay.
And then just tucked it into the wood base. So super, super easy. It might get a little dried, crispy, but that adds to the spookiness, I think. You could also do silk if you wanted to do something that you could keep year after year.
Could you spray silk, or would you buy colored silk?
You'd probably buy colored silk, but you could spray it too. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I wanted to keep it kind of chic and monochromatic, so of course we added a ribbon moment, kind of dramatic on the side.
Can you walk us through this dramatic ribbon moment? Because it's drooping and hanging in a way that is really, clumpy, groupy good.
Absolutely. So I just one by one tied them in and kind of hid the knots in the greenery. Okay. And then I gave it a little haircut once it was on. So I wanted it to kind of be angled down to a point.
You gave it the Rachel.
I did.
Just a little
some layers.
Little layer on the side. That looks so
framing.
cool. And I don't even know if our camera is picking up just the conglomerate of texture in this wreath. It is so amazing.
Thank you so much. I love the spooky, dried texture of the eucalyptus. Kind of wild. You don't have to be super uniform with it. So just have fun. And it's like the perfect way to enter people into your house for the season.
And I think it goes to show, like a can of spray paint, a simple step like that can go far. It's what I attack my mums with after they die every fall. It's just some black spray paint.
Some spray paint. It's perfect. And I resurrect wreaths too. Like, I've taken some from the holidays and sprayed them black for, Halloween instead of throwing it away. So it's a good way to reuse something you might already have.
This is so fantastic.
Thanks.
So
it's
fantastic.
So
Only going up from here. What have you done over here?
Okay, so I love like a spooky entryway piece that still feels elevated that you can keep through the season. And right now everyone is cleaning out their gardens because we're gonna freeze. So it's a perfect time to go forage berries, forage dark foliage if you have it, rose hip, which is the orange little berry in there. And then this is some plum foliage. But if you have smoke bush in your backyard, if you have 9-bark, even if you just have branches and add some berries in there and then put it in an interesting vase that can last a couple weeks through the season.
My husband made the mortal mistake last year of throwing away the tall grass.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we don't fight often, but I was like, what is in the garbage? Save it, use it.
Well, that must be a thing, because my mom says if my parents ever get divorced.
It's over that?
Oh, it's over that. It's over pruning. So it must be a thing.
Any tips as far as like preservation or keeping this intact as long as possible?
Sure, so the more often you change water, the longer flowers are gonna last. The bacteria that grows in the water is what makes them have a shorter base life.
Yeah.
So give it a good clean water every couple days. You can recut the bottom of the stems. And then when you're foraging, it's best to do it like in the morning or at night when it's cooler. So don't cut it when it's the hottest point of the day.
Now you taught us to hairspray our pampas grass. Yes. Is there any sort of sealant or spray that will help with branches and leaves?
There's a thing called petal proofer that you could get. You could probably get it online.
Would that make a difference?
Yeah, sometimes it locks the moisture into the petals, so you could maybe try that. That's a good idea. I'm gonna have to try that.
Petal proofer.
Petal proofer.
Okay, this down front taps into the more elegant eerie.
A little more elegant eerie is perfect wording. This like light purple tone.
Pretty.
On these right here. We call it zombie flesh at the shop.
Oh,
year round.
You do?
Yes, because
That's
it
so
is like
funny.
this weird purple flesh color.
My mums did that. My white mums this year.
They?
Yeah, they took on that zombie flesh.
Zombie flesh.
Now I'll know zombie flesh. My kids will think that's even more cool. Zombie flesh.
So I think you can do an elegant arrangement, and then it's the color choices that really make it feel spooky. Or this kind of gives me like a little Beetlejuice feel, right? With that like bright green, some purple. Sunflowers. I love this variety of sunflower. They don't have like the petals that you're used to.
Oh, wow.
It's just the green outside.
Oh, wow.
So you can pull the petals off of your sunflowers. There's
Let's
another
see.
one right there.
Okay, yeah, I'm just trying to show it off here.
You can pull the petals off of your sunflowers and make it kind of a spooky sci-fi
That's cool.
little plant to add to your arrangement.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Even just a vase of those would feel spooky and interesting.
Okay.
And easy to do at home.
Loving this.
I love a glam, moody moment.
Yes.
And while I was making this, I was not liking the green stems.
Ah,
So, spray paint.
there it comes.
Like we said, this is a floral spray paint that it's safe to use on flowers.
Oh.
So you can just spray the stems.
I didn't
as you're
think about
putting-
that.
Right.
Keeps the flowers alive.
Right. And it's safe to use on them.
Okay.
So I just sprayed all the stems before I put it in the arrangement so that it kept that moody, dark feeling without interrupting it with a green stem.
What is this Dr. Seuss
I'm
number?
so glad you asked. These are called coxcomb or brain flower because the top of it is kind of rigid, like curvy, like a brain.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn just slightly. That is so interesting
Isn't that
to look at.
interesting?
Yeah.
It's such an interesting texture, and I love it in the fall. It's such a great fall flower.
You can't ask every florist for that, but you can ask Brynn, and she'll speak your language. Amazing, girlfriend. This is so, just describe. It's so amazing to look at.
So I love Tim Burton, and we have these cones in the shop. I'm like, well, how can we make this Tim Burton creepy little tablescape?
Yeah.
This would be fun to do in the middle of a big food table. You could really carry it through the table down the center of your, spooky setup.
So this is a cone.
So this is like a styrofoam cone.
Stuck moss in.
Stuck moss in it with a
pins?
little chicken wire to
Uh-huh.
bring this
You're
shape.
incredible.
So you can kind of play with shape.
Yes.
And then this is Spanish moss. This would last the whole season. You could keep this, you could wrap this and keep it till next year. So this will last forever, the Spanish moss.
So amazing.
And then dried hydrangea. Everyone has dried hydrangea in their garden right now.
Yeah.
So you could put dried hydrangea. There's some
people
little
have had it there all
pods.
season. I'm not
It's
looking at
true.
any neighbors. I'm just saying. Hydrangea's hard. It's hard.
It is so hard.
It's so hard.
And then gourds. I think air plants are so interesting. They have that like silvery, spooky color.
Yeah.
And then if you happen to have bones,
Which you do.
which of course I had bones, you can tuck the bones in. And they don't have to be real. They could just be, plastic skeleton bones from the store.
It's amazing.
But it's so fun.
A quick 1 minute, but we have to give
Okay.
due diligence to this because this is
one-
the showstopper everyone's buzzing about in the studio.
I love this one. Again, everyone has dried hydrangea right now. Cut your hydrangea, put it in a great big vase.
Yeah.
The mossy branches, and then of course some specialty little weird gourds.
Okay, but the branches, we always think twigs. This
Right.
is so unexpected to go thick, big statement.
Big branches with this like chartreusey moss is like the perfect Halloween
And like
pop of color.
raw, the edge is just exposed.
Aren't they cool?
So cool.
I love those.
So
They're pretty
cool.
fun.
She's the coolest. I wish there was a more elegant word about it, but you really are.
take that.
To bring all of these colors and tones and textures together in a Halloween mood that is still, again, elegant, sophisticated, all of the things. You're a talent, doll. Thank you so much. Where can we
Thanks for
connect with
having
you?
me. Find us at Blooms & Company, either online or in the store.
And don't underestimate her ability to do fancy, too, for weddings. I mean, we're showing the moody side, but you do it all. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
Blooms &
much.
Company will link you over from our website.